All right, this is the haul that's going to Volunteers of America this trip. So we got, 3.5 bags of clothes. We got a tote, a couple boxes of dishes and random stuff. These jumper cables, I don't know.
Let's see. What's in here?
One of the things about getting rid of all of your stuff is that you have to actually get rid of all of your stuff.
Hello, you've reached the Pottages, and we're not home right now. Where are we?
That's right, we are in Bangkok, Thailand. We launched our Nomad life about 3 weeks ago. And so we thought that we would just share a little bit of our process of downsizing and going from 30 years of accumulating stuff to having absolutely nothing. When we started the process, we thought about doing a whole, documenting everything, but the fact of the matter was we did not have a lot of time, and we were going first thing in the morning till the end of the day, pretty much every day, just trying to get rid of our stuff in some sort of a coherent way. We shot a few videos and we thought we would just share them here.
Originally, our plan was to live in our van, travel around the US, camp, backpack, hike, all of those fun things. And 2 weeks before our launch date, we decided not to do that. And we had to get rid of a lot of stuff in our last 2 weeks. All of our backpacking gear, all of our camping gear, our van. There was a lot that had to be done.
We thought about, how we wanted to divest ourselves of everything. We thought about, how do you monetize it? Can you get yourself some money for the road, whatever. But the reality of it is your stuff's really not worth that much to anybody else. You might be able to get a few $1,000s, and that's going to be gone in the first month. So does it matter if you give it all away or you get a couple $1,000s? If a couple $1,000s is going to make the difference between you making it and not making it, then you're not ready to hit the road. So we said we would give away the bulk of things. Some of the bigger ticket items we would try to get some money for, but if we couldn't, we wouldn't worry about it. We'd just give that away too. And that was kind of our process. What we didn't want to do is have a giant landfill event where, we filled a 30-yard dumpster to the brim of all kinds of stuff. We wanted to try to find homes for as many things as possible and throw away as few things as possible.
Yes. So I took on the daunting task of listing everything in our apartment, either on Facebook Marketplace to sell it. Boy, is that a nightmare. Most of the things that we gave away, I listed in our local Buy Nothing group, which was absolutely fantastic. If you have items like a half a bottle of hand soap, somebody in your local Buy Nothing group can use it. We had a member that was going through a hard time. She wasn't getting any hours at her job and was having difficulty getting food. So our last few days in the apartment, we invited her over and she went shopping in my pantry, and I was able to help somebody in the community.
A lot of the stuff that we gave away, people said, "Oh, well, what do you want for it?" Well, we don't want anything. We're trying to embrace the live generously philosophy. If you give freely of yourself, of your time and energy and everything, the universe will pay you back 10 times. So, we didn't really ask for too much back for our stuff.
We also use our public library system a lot and wanted to give back to the library. So we donated hundreds of books, cookbooks, DVD movies to the local Friends of the Library, and they use that to raise funds throughout the year to provide programs at the local library.
Our entire CD collection, 700 CDs. Well, you want to talk about an investment that does not hold its value. Media. You know, you think about every time you went and spent $15 on a CD, and now you have 700 of them, and they have no value whatsoever.
Towards the end of the video, you'll see there's 2 chairs and a TV left in the living room, and we are packing up the kitchen. We were fortunate enough that our nephew was moving out of the dorms and into his fraternity house, and he needed furniture and a kitchen and a television. So my sister and her husband came out to our apartment and picked up the last of our kitchen. So I was able to maintain the ability to cook for the last few weeks until they picked that up.
They may have also received some surprises in their boxes of things that we couldn't get rid of. So, hey, we'll just tuck that in that box.
In the box.
You know? We made so many trips to the Volunteers of America that they offered us some, I don't know what it was, some kind of a VIP card where we could get a discount to shop in the store. And I said, no, man. I said, we're trying to get rid of stuff. I said, I'm not allowed to come home with anything. And people kept asking us, you know, where are you going to store your stuff while you're out of the country? We decided not to store hardly anything. Because, you know, if you're gone for a year, by the time that you add up what you're paying for storage, you could buy new stuff when you get back. And, you know, a lot of stuff gets ruined in storage. You certainly can't store musical instruments and things like that because they're going to be ruined. So we stored virtually nothing.
I just realized we did not document the selling of all of our musical instruments. So we are both musicians. We both had multiples of everything. I had 2 violins, we had a mandolin, a ukulele, uncounted guitars, the strings, the equipment to go with all of that. That was a huge heartbreaking thing for both of us.
Again, you know, we didn't get a whole lot of money for the instruments because that's just the nature of it. There's always a starving artist who's trying to make rent that month. But everybody that we sold stuff to, almost everybody that we sold stuff to, there was some story attached. You know, the mandolin went to some guy who was going to start playing in an Irish, you know, pickup band, and you know, the guy who bought the, you know, Larrivee acoustic guitar, he said, oh yeah, I've been looking for one of these for 5 years. And you know, the guy who bought my Schecter electric guitar, you know, he had a story. The person that bought Dawn's violin, you know, was a student who was learning. And you know, so it's nice to know that, you know, your stuff is going forward on some sort of a trajectory, and you'd like to know where it went.
Yes.
A little bit better than just dropping it off at a charity shop, I guess. Yeah, getting rid of the van camper and all of our backpacking and, you know, hammock gear and everything. I mean, we really had just gotten our backpacking gear just the way we liked it, and the van was just the way we liked it, and we were really ready to just, you know, hit the road and live that life, you know, until the weather got cold. But it just wasn't meant to be. And so that all had to go. And even the story of getting a buyer for the van, you know, we had all kinds of horrible people contact us. And
we had 37 people interested.
People offer, you know, well, we'll give you $200 for it. And it's like, come on, man, it's a totally tricked out, you know, camper van. Eventually the person who bought it was somebody who was using it. They were going to be spending some time up in Canada, and they wanted you know, the ability to camp on the way there and back. It was a great story. We got to know them, and so, you know, Homer's out there living his best life. You know, we were supposed to go to Canada. We didn't get to go,
but Homer gets to go.
Homer gets to go. So that's a great story.
That is.
Today's decluttering item is cookbooks. This is what is going to the Friends of the Library sale today. Yeah, the thing with cookbooks, then this is like our fourth pile of cookbooks that we have gotten rid of. The reality of cookbooks is every recipe you're ever going to want is on the internet. So this is the decluttering project that Dawn is working on today. The jewelry. The answer is that she made most of this stuff.
Made a lot of it.
A lot of this she made. So it's really hard. I mean, it's really hard to part with, because every piece is sentimental, but it can't all go. So she got it sorted today, and now her brain is frizzle fried, as you can see. So she gonna walk away from it and come back to it tomorrow.
After having the dining room table covered with jewelry for 3 weeks, I have finally decided on these 7 necklaces and these 7 pairs of earrings. I have a small bag going to my sister for storage, and this afternoon the rest of this is going for sale at a resale shop.
You're looking for a way to get rid of all of your old yearbooks. Try your alumni association. We called up and they said, sure, we have a library of old books, so we're gonna see. It's a perfect crime. They took all the yearbooks, even though they said, well, we have a lot of these, but they took them. So now it's their problem. We did the right thing. What a beautiful day. Oh, what do we have here? It's Dawn. At the Group W bench, that's Dawn. That's the Group W bench. And that is the shelving unit that somebody's supposed to be coming to pick up. So with the buy nothing, we bring the stuff down here and stand by the turnaround in front of the building, and we wait to see if the people actually show up. Sometimes the stuff goes back upstairs. So Dawn, how many videos have you watched about packing clothes for being a nomad traveler?
1,000,000.
1,000,000 videos.
Yep.
And it always looks so simple, right? Until you're going into your closet and you're saying, I have all of this stuff and I need to get it down. We have made a half a dozen cuts through our wardrobe over the last couple of months, each time thinking we can't possibly get rid of anything else, and we still have more than we can take.
Yep.
So here's the situation. The closet, we have gotten down to literally just these items in the closet. Most of this stuff's not going to go. You'll notice that Dawn's stuff is very dense. Mine's less dense. I'm literally down to 6 shirts, 1 dress outfit for the cruise.
And your fleece.
And I have a fleece. This is today's cut. This is the stuff that's going out
Today.
and this is after we've done this 5 times before, and this is today's stuff. There's probably 10, 30 some odd items there. Yeah. As far as what I'm taking, I've been trying to live out of these 3 totes for the last couple of months because because there's the dresser. Yeah, that's right. We gave away the dresser. And where I'm at right now is the center tote is the stuff that I am actively planning on taking when we leave at the end of the month. Now, not all this stuff is going to go international with me, but we kind of have to hedge our bets because we're going to be camping over the summer, and a lot of that's going to be in the mountains, so we need some warm weather gear. So that's kind of mixed in here. Probably, certainly a few of these items will not make it when we get on the airplane. This stuff over here, these are just extra t-shirts for the next 30 days. None of those will go with me. And then Sock Mountain. This is after 5 cuts on the socks. How do I have a tote full of socks? How does this happen? How does any one person own so many socks? It's a mystery. So the people that show you how easy it is to have like a capsule wardrobe, and oh, you just have these 13 items, it makes 50 some outfits. Yeah, right, until you're actually trying to go through your stuff. I think it would almost be easier if you just took all of your stuff and donated all of it and bought all new stuff to make a capsule wardrobe, because this process has been excruciating.
In defense of how many shirts I have hanging up, that is all of my shirts. Nothing is folded except some pants. All of his shirts are in that tote. So don't believe him when he says he only has 6 shirts.
Closet's like a neutron star. All right, so we are working on our packing project, and I thought, oh yeah, I've got plenty of room in my suitcase, but no, I don't. I have way too much stuff, so I'm gonna have to start checking. So the suitcase is pretty much full. The backpack that we had packed overnight is that stuff there, and I still have all of these things and a box full of like toiletry things, and this is just way too much. So I think I'm going to do the cut through of, you know, things that are only going to have like single utility, like, you know, a dress outfit or a raincoat or, you know, a dress belt or stuff like that. Jettison that. I can always buy that overseas. All the toiletry stuff is probably going to just be pitched, because again, you could buy all that stuff when you get to your destination for, you know, $10 or $15, and we'll do this one more time and see where we're at. This is the stuff that did not make the cut. Sorry, you are not going with me. And that. I do have. I am contained within my one suitcase, and I still have my backpack, which has some room in it, and this is stuff that I will be wearing on a plane, so I don't have to worry about fitting it, and some other miscellany, which is still I'm on the fence about. But I think I'm pretty good. I might even have some room for Dawn to put some stuff in. We'll see.
Yes, please.
That's it. That's all that's left. Spending all of our available time purging all of our stuff, and we're in the freaking mall. Yeah, it's Skechers, so it's all right. Now, Dawn's shoes were very much broken down, and we're going to be doing a ton of walking, so we bit the bullet and got new shoes and new sandals. This tote is it. Memorabilia. 58 quarts. This is the sum entirety of what we are storing when we hit the road. And this is just stuff that we emotionally couldn't part with. And we know that probably we shouldn't be storing it, but we're not capable of giving this stuff away. So anyway, that's what it is. We are driving to West Virginia this afternoon. There's a bunch of other stuff that's going, but it's all stuff that's being gifted to family down there. we out. So when we were, don't say so. Rumpelstiltskin.